What's up YouTube, it's David Crook Network 10 Fan 2004 and welcome to my very first ever underwater adventures in Sydney, Australia. And this is my favorite city, Sydney, Australia. And if you're watching this, you're watching Network 10. If you keep this website, visit us at 10.com.au/David Crooks. If you want to visit the website, visit 10.com.au/underwater adventures in Sydney, or watch Network 10 and visit us at Network 10 Player. Okay, anyways, let's get into the program. So I will show you the animals in my tablet, which I used. Come on. Give me 10. I give you the video of Sydney and might give you this biggest cities ever, the Sydney. And alright, here is the race. The race Sydney Opera House, just by the sea, just outside the seas in Sydney, Australia. Go to the Kruger National Park, up around Sydney City, out the outskirts of Sydney, jump over the beaches on top and racing to the finish line outside the Sydney Opera House. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. And wow, that's such part. I think that is biggest times when they do a Sydney underwater adventure. Maybe it's a good way to be complicated, be unrespectable, because I've been to Sydney before and I do this before concluding myself. And I think Sydney Opera House is very good. I'm going to Sydney. I'm on my way. Okay. I might demonstrate the video of the Sydney race for you guys. The Sydney racetrack for you guys. And here goes nothing.
Burning is happening more and more on Sydney streets. A crack at Eastern Creek's new burning is happening. Burning is happening more and more on Sydney streets and often ends in disaster for drivers, passengers and pedestrians. Now those who like to redline on the road can have a crack at Eastern Creek's new open track nights.
No speed limit, no traffic, just fast cars on a private track. Out here, cars hit speeds of up to 260 kilometres an hour.
Did you see that? Secure open racing track for Speedy Sydney drivers. If you know Speedy Sydney's, I will get you morning. Because if you ever run in Sydney, the Underwater Adventures by Sydney, you come into the underwater parks in Sydney. Here are the water parks in Sydney. And here are the water parks in Sydney. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you acquire steak roll?
No, thank you.
Okay.
So, if you're ever wondering the underwater adventures that made true. And yeah, and it's going to be doing. Oh my goodness, I'm out of time. That's it for this week. I'll be back next week for the underwater adventures. If you miss the other parts of the show, visit a website at 10.com.au/underwater adventures in Sydney and go into the Network 10 website. And I'll see you guys next week. Peace.